Hello everyone, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to explain about the pressure and its types. Going to first, what is meant by pressure? Pressure is the force applied perpendicular to the surface of an object per unit area over which that force is distributed. Here you can see that one. Here the force is acting perpendicular to that one particular object. Per unit that area over which the force is acting, if you take this force per that area is the pressure. Okay, the force per area will be the pressure, and it is denoted by P or second letter P. Its SI unit is Newton per meter square or Pascal. The 1 Pascal is equal to 1 Newton per meter square. The pressure is also expressed in bar and mm of Hg referred to the manometer. Here the bar is 1 bar is equal to 1 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square or 1 into 10 raised to 5 Pascal. And mm of Hg we are going to refer to the manometer. The mercury level height in the manometer, based on that also the pressure is measured. Therefore, the pressure can be given as P is equal to F by A Newton per meter square. Now, the term pressure is sometimes associated with different terms such as atmospheric pressure, gauge pressure, absolute pressure, and vacuum pressure. Okay, that is atmospheric, gauge, absolute, and vacuum associated. That pressure will be there. The meanings of these terms have to be understood well before solving the problems in hydraulics and fluid mechanics. If you are solving the problems and understanding the different parameter concerned to the pressure in the fluid mechanics and hydraulics, we should know all these terms. Going to that, here the first, the atmospheric pressure. It is the pressure exerted by the atmospheric air on the earth due to its weight. On the earth, whatever we are staying there, atmospheric air is there. The atmosphere is there. The atmosphere is a column of air. It will be there on the earth. And what its weight is there, due to that pressure will be acting on the earth's surface, and that pressure will call as the atmospheric pressure. This pressure is changes as the density of the air varies according to the altitudes. Okay, whenever the height changes, the density of the air changes, and due to that density, weight of the air also changes, then the pressure changes. That will happens. Greater the height, lesser the density, less pressure. Also, it may vary because of the temperature and humidity of air. Due to the temperature and humidity air also, the density will be varies and pressure varies. Hence, for all purpose of calculation, the pressure exerted by air at sea level is taken as the standard, and that pressure is called as the atmospheric pressure. Okay, at the sea level, the what pressure is acting by the air, that is taken as the standard, and that is called as the atmospheric pressure. And the value of that atmospheric pressure, the standard value that can be taken as 1 atmospheric pressure is equal to 1.01325 bar, or that 101.325 kilopascal. Okay, that is equal to 760 of Hg. If we use the manometer, the 760 height if it is in the manometer rises, okay, due to that pressure. And in the FPS unit, it will be 14.7 psi, pounds per square inch. Moving to next type of the pressure, that is a gauge pressure or a positive pressure. Here, it is the pressure recorded by any when pressure gauge. The pressure gauge which is used to measure the pressure, by that what pressure it records, that we call as the gauge pressure. This pressure is above the atmospheric pressure. This is pressure above the atmospheric pressure. Now whatever this atmospheric pressure is there, above this what value is there, that is the gauge pressure. The zero mark of an dial will have adjusted to atmospheric pressure. In the pressure gauges what we are going to use for the practical applications, there the zero mark will be at this value. The zero mark will be at this value. Above that one, the gauge pressure what we are going to read. Moving further, the next type of the pressure is that vacuum pressure or a negative pressure. This pressure is caused either artificially or by flow conditions. The pressure intensity will be less than the atmospheric pressure. Okay, this pressure intensity, what is that? It is less than the atmospheric pressure. The what value of the atmospheric pressure we have taken, not 1.325 kilopascal. Okay, below that the pressure is there, that is the vacuum pressure. This pressure below the atmospheric pressure is called vacuum pressure. So whatever the below the atmospheric pressure is there, that will call as the vacuum pressure or a negative pressure. Moving further, next one is that absolute pressure. The absolute pressure is the algebraic sum of atmospheric pressure and the gauge pressure. Okay, that atmospheric pressure above that gauge pressure, whatever it is there, both if you add, whatever the pressure value we are going to get, that is the absolute pressure. The atmospheric pressure is usually considered as the datum line, and all other pressures are recorded either above or below it. Okay, here usually the atmospheric pressure we are going to consider as a datum line, and above that one we are going to take as the gauge pressure, below it we are going to take as the vacuum pressure. The absolute pressure is the measure of pressure with respect to absolute zero pressure. From that datum line, we are not going to take in this absolute pressure. The absolute pressure with reference to the zero pressure, with reference to the zero pressure, absolute zero pressure, we are going to take the whatever the pressure is there. That is the absolute pressure. And all these whatever the types of pressures are there, these are having the relationship with each other. Those relationships we are going to take here, the relationship between different pressures. Here from this diagram, you can clearly get that one. This is the absolute vacuum or absolute zero pressure. And this is the atmospheric pressure, the 101.325 kilopascal. What is there? That is the atmospheric pressure. Above that one, it will be gauge pressure. And below the atmospheric pressure, what pressure is there? That is the vacuum pressure. Okay, the any system which is operating in practical, that is having the pressure of the system, it will have. Okay, by the gauge we are going to measure. And from the absolute vacuum or from the absolute zero pressure, what pressure we are going to measure? That is the absolute pressure. That is the absolute pressure. This will be sum of atmospheric pressure and the gauge pressure. If you know the absolute pressure, then we can find out the this gauge pressure and the atmospheric pressure. And the atmospheric pressure, if you know absolute pressure, the gauge pressure also we can determine. The relationship are there. Okay, here we can see that one absolute pressure is equal to atmospheric pressure plus gauge pressure. Then absolute pressure, that also we can take, that is atmospheric pressure minus of vacuum pressure. Okay, that is absolute pressure, that is actually this is the absolute pressure. Gauge pressure will be the atmospheric pressure minus of absolute pressure is equal to atmospheric pressure minus of vacuum pressure. This you will give the gauge pressure, that one. Okay, that will be gauge pressure, it will give. That is the relationship we are having. Okay, then thank for watching. If you like, share, subscribe and comment.